Maryland Governor Wes Moore has declared the state of Maryland a state of emergency as this brutal scene continues to unfold in Baltimore this morning. Crews working around the clock to recover upwards of 7 individuals, possibly more, that they believe fell into the water when that bridge collapsed. Kevin Cartwright with the city's fire department calling this a dire emergency and a developing mass casualty event. He says they are working with the U.S. Coast Guard and a team of divers to recover those individuals right now. Crews are reporting some challenges. Low visibility, temperatures near the port at around 47 degrees Fahrenheit. And we are learning this morning that type of water temperature can be deadly, with a roughly 1 to 3 hour window for which the body can sustain that kind of cold. Here's what we know right now. Local agencies began receiving 911 calls at around 1:30 in the morning Eastern time, reporting that a ship traveling outbound from Baltimore appeared to go dark twice with flickering lights before it struck a column on the bridge. Take a listen.
And all units responding, hold the air. Fire provides the county 6 and communication on Fort Armistead. Be advised the entire bridge, the entire key bridge is in the harbor.
And showing you that bridge again right here intact before the boat then headed directly into the bridge. And there you see it fall right into the water after hitting the bridge's support columns. And just an incredible video, dramatic video. We do know that vehicles fell into the water. We don't know how many, but we understand a tractor trailer truck was one of the vehicles that fell into the water. And we know the boat that hit the pillar is called the Dolly. It's a Singapore flagged ship. Its owners say all 22 crew members were accounted for and that there were no injuries on board. The cause of the collision, of course, yet to be determined, now being investigated, and the owners of the ship are cooperating with authorities. We are continuing to follow this breaking news all morning long for you right here at the live desk and online at thenationaldesk.com.
Finally getting a sense of the rescue operation that, as you mentioned, is currently underway on the Patapsco River. Those lights that we were showing you over the past couple hours, it does look like they are police boats, first responder boats that are in the water on this rescue operation trying to find those people. As you mentioned, sonar has picked up that there are cars in the water and they're trying to rescue people who could still be inside. And as we zoom in on the ship, take a look, Casey, you can see chunks of the bridge, the key bridge that tumbled down toward the water still on the deck of that shipping container. Pieces of the bridge mangled on top of the boat itself, on top of the ship itself. As they mentioned during the press conference, first responders, authorities have been in touch, and the Coast Guard have been in touch, it sounds like, with the crew of the ship. We don't know the latest of everyone who was on board. But look, you may look at a river like this and say, okay, how significant is the rescue operation? As we pan to the right, this gives you a sense of how much of the bridge was lost. It was a huge chunk of it. From our vantage point, it looks like the majority of the bridge is gone. Down.
Kahalala Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Waha Raha Kwadash. All praises and glory go to you, Lord. Double honors and respect go to our apostles, our elders, our teachers, the men of Great Millstone. To you I say shalom. Salutations to the hopefully elect out here. It's your brother Amraya. And let's get into it. You have this article dealing with the collapse of the bridge in Baltimore, where many perished in the waters after its collapse. And this is a heavy thing that occurred, man. Okay, for those of you that don't know, judgment is on the horizon. The Lord is not out here playing with people. And we like to remind you all the time through the scriptures that now is the time to get your spiritual house in order. If you are of the house of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians, because judgment is going forth and it will begin in the house of Israel, okay? And by judgment, we mean the Lord is about to devour much flesh, okay? As concerning the tokens, many shall be taken in a great number in these latter days, all manner of ways, okay? So don't get caught out there. This is not a laughing matter. This is not a game. Salakia. This is not a game. This is now time to fall in order, man, or get judged. This is Hebrews chapter 10. I'm going to scroll down. Verse 30, for we know him that have said, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense, saith Yahweh. And again, Yahweh shall judge his people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. And it is a fearful thing, okay? Death coming upon these people at a moment's notice as they're just going about their daily transportation. The bridge collapsed from under their vehicles, from under their feet, and they perish in the depths of those waters, okay? Verse 31 again, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, okay? Now, our brother did a lesson this morning, and, I posted some scriptures on his channel, but it made me think about what got posted. Man, either you fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh's going to show you why you should have feared him, okay? So again, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, okay? Now, for those of you out there on the fence, now is the time to get your spiritual house in order, man. This is 2 Ezra chapter 5, and this is not going to be a long video at all. It says, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. The Lord is about to unalive a lot of people, okay, devour much flesh. Verse 5 again, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith, right? So understand that when the judgment breaks forth, the Lord, and it's already breaking forth. I don't want to say when it breaks forth, because we're in the time of judgment as we speak, the time of punishment. Now is the time to understand that, and to pray and beg for his forgiveness. If so be, maybe you shall receive mercy from the tribulation and the peril that is to come. This is Ecclesiastes, or Salakia, Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 5. All right. Now, I'll just begin at verse 1. Set your heart upon your goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not your own mind and your strength to walk in the ways of your heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For Yahweh shall surely revenge your pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? For the Lord is long-suffering, he will in no wise let you go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear, to add sin unto sin. And say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins, for mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. And indignation is righteous anger. So don't be saying, hey, God is on my side, all right? And you're a reprobate, an infidel, an unbeliever, a sinful individual who refuses to repent, who refuses to take heed to the word of the Bible. Because the Lord will revenge that pride, man. He'll take you out this world in a moment's notice like that. So don't be out here with your pride puffed up, thinking that you're untouchable, because the Lord got something for you. Verse 6, and say not, his mercy is great, and he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. And here's the point. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in your security you shall be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. All right. So don't procrastinate. Don't lollygag and dawdle. Okay. Because as you can see, that bridge collapsed in a moment's notice. The Lord's vengeance literally sprung forth suddenly. Okay. And those people were destroyed in the depths of that water. So don't be taking this as a game. It is deadly serious. All right. Hopefully this has been edifying. I want to say, call Halayim La Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai for this message. Until the next time, Israel, Shalom.